I have to work with my natural tendencies. I have to work with my natural inclinations. I have to work with my brain. That's my brain. Like, why am I fighting myself for? If I feel a lot, if you feel a lot, why are you fighting? Why are you fighting feeling? And your potential, let me tell you something, your potential will only be accessed through the integration of your feeling. It's not going to be accessed in the suppression of your feeling. It can't. Because you need to have the whole being. It's only the whole being, the integrated being, that accesses their potential. And so if you're suppressing, right? If you're sweeping things under the rug, if you're denying, if you're avoiding, you're going to know, because you're not going to be living your potential. Like, certainly not, right? And there's a period of time that comes in life where literally, like, life just totally turns upside down. It looks like no other period in our life. And we know it. Like, when it's happening, we're like, at some point we know, like, oh my God, this is completely different. Like, I'm almost like, I'm terrified of this time in my life where nothing is happening. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just reflecting. I'm literally just sitting here. That's the period of time where all these thoughts become clear. Like, this whole, you sit with your trauma, you sit with the pain, you sit with your mind, you sit with the ADHD, you sit with this whole movie here that's playing here all the time. You sit with it. And as you sit with it, it starts to clear out. And that can take years, right? It doesn't matter. It could take, it 6 months and you're good. It doesn't matter. Whatever that time period is for you, you stay the course, you stay the course, you stay the course, you stay the course. Because life is already directing you to your potential. Everything is headed, it's happening for you because it's directing you to your potential. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. That's how you have to know. That's all you need to know. It doesn't matter what happens in my life. It doesn't matter if it's like the most absurd thing that keeps happening. It's the most ridiculous things. I keep butting heads with my sibling. I keep butting heads with whatever. It's the most absurd thing. It could be the most traumatic thing, right? I have a traumatic illness and I'm laying in bed for 4 months. It takes me a year to recover. It takes me a year to even get out of bed and start creating again. It takes me your potential. That's all you need to know. Everything in life is actually pointing you to your potential. It's actually increasing your potential, and it's showing you your potential. That's it. Pointing you, showing you, and increasing your potential, like directing you towards your potential. That's all you need to know. When you have that kind of mindset in life, right? You use everything. And the way that life works is it's going to give you things that are more absurd, that are more ridiculous, right? You're going to think, oh my God, this is even more ridiculous. Like, why does that thing keep happening? Like, a stupid thing keep happening, right? And it's going to give you things that, yes, are even more challenging, right? Even more difficult. That's what happens when you level up in your life. More challenge, right? More difficult, right? But the being that you are is now equipped for them. That's why you're leveling up. That's why that's hence the greater, the challenge. But also life becomes more beautiful. It becomes more rich. It becomes extraordinary. It becomes extraordinary. And so all you need to do really is stay the course. Stay the course, because life really is happening for you. Every single thing. It's only and solely your job to see that and to take everything, literally everything that happens, every interaction, doesn't matter how ridiculous, doesn't matter how outrageous, doesn't matter like the pattern that's happening, right? Especially if it's a pattern, right? But you don't need to study the pattern. Take the moment and the experience that's happening in the moment. Take the last experience, use it, and grow from it and learn from it. Your being is naturally doing that. If you see like, oh my God, that doesn't feel good. That kind of interaction, that kind of conversation, spending my energy in that way, thinking about those things doesn't feel good. There you go, right? And very often in life, that's how it happens. You need the contrast. That's how you learn. You learn via the contrast. Otherwise, there's no other way that you would know, right? And the way that, it's not like we're pointed. It's not like, something is here, like the North Star is here. And we're like, oh my gosh. That can be, right? But life is also this. It's just as much this. This is also alluring and just as alluring. And that's why so many people stay here. They stay here and they live this life. They live the mediocre life. They live the life that's less than. Because they don't use this. They get stuck in this trap. And if you're lucky, and maybe if your heart is open, if your heart is open enough, if your heart is sincere enough, you will move in this. You will get here. You will get here. If you want it, right? And if your heart is just pure, right? If this is meant for you, then you will be here. And so there's not much to worry about, right? Your life is already working out for you. Your job really just is to stay the course, right? And to use every single thing that happens to you, because it's happening for you. And there's a point in time where you actually realize, oh my gosh, like it's so clear to me. And life will, and maybe that point just keeps coming, right? Because that's part of life too, right? More challenges come, more absurdities come, more ridiculous things come where you're like, oh, this is so stupid, right? Like, why is that happening? Or, oh my God, I thought like the illness that I had last year was the most difficult thing that I'd ever been in, right? Like, I thought that I'd be good. Like, I thought when my father died when I was 11 that I'd be good for the rest of my life, right? And then the illness happened last year, and that was the most difficult thing. Life just keeps leveling up. It just keeps leveling up. It just keeps leveling up. And that's the beauty of life and the intelligence of life and the intelligence of the divine. The intelligence of this human form is that it's now equipped, right? At this level, it's equipped to handle what's at this level. At this level, at the next level, it's equipped to handle what's at this level. At this level, it's equipped to handle what this level. And there's no cap to that. Nobody ever reaches. There's nothing to reach here. You're living but there's a point where like maybe I'm living my potential. Maybe, I don't know, right? Maybe I am. It feels like I am more today than yesterday than before, right? Or there's like a drought period of your life, that period that we were talking about, where all you're doing is sitting and nothing. That period of life looks like nothing else in your life. Now you're entering your highest timeline, right? If there is one, right? Now you're entering a version of yourself. You realize, oh my gosh, that dark night of the soul that I spent the last 4 years, literally the last 4 years. Now I'm living in a whole different way. It's like I was in the waiting room. I was patiently waiting, and many times impatiently waiting in the waiting room. And when it happened, it just happened so naturally. And I've been waiting and waiting. When am I going to start creating? When am I going to start earning? When am I going to go back to life? When am I going to go back to people, being around people again? And you see, oh my gosh, everything will naturally happen. Your life is already on that trajectory. Your only job is to trust, to use everything, and just stay the course. That's it. That's it. You will be fine. And ultimately, this extraordinary life, this great life that we are seeking, that all of us are seeking, all of us literally have the potential for this. We were born out of a mathematical impossibility. Like, it's mathematically impossible for every single one of us human beings to be here. And every single one of us has the potential for an extraordinary life. Every single one of us. Right? So if you're watching this video and you never really thought about it, or you don't believe in yourself like in this way, just know that this is your potential too. This is possibility for you too. And maybe some of us who've had really big traumas in our life, really difficult childhood, really difficult, upbringings, really difficult things that happened to us that made us become a paraplegic, or, we almost died from an illness, or, we had a near-death experience, a car accident, or we were held at gunpoint, whatever it was, we went broke, or we had suicidal ideations, whatever it is. Just know that this is your potential. Those difficult things in your life are pointing you here. They're letting you know your potential. And the way that life works is it's increasingly getting challenging. It's increasingly getting difficult. And you think that you can't move past this current thing. That's the trap and the illusion. That's all you need to know, is that this thing, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how challenging it is, it's pointing me towards my potential. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Because every moment the weakness will be there. Right? And that's the thing that you're growing through. And that's the point of life too. The fear will be there. Because you're leveling up, because you're growing. That's how you know I'm growing. And maybe that's there always in life. Maybe we live with that fear all the time. Or we live with some fear all the time. Right? Think about almost dying, or having suicidal ideation, right? Suicidal thoughts. You're living with that fear, living with those thoughts all the time, living with that experience all the time. And think about what you're capable of now. That all you need to know is, this is my potential. It's pointing me in my potential. As ridiculous, as crazy, as unimaginable, as unfathomable as it seems, as impossible as it seems, you are already a mathematical impossibility. Your existence, your human form, your birth is a mathematical impossibility. Every moment in your life will seem, right? And if you're on this trajectory, every moment might seem impossible. Every moment, every millions of moments, billions of moments, trillions of moments that make up our life, every single moment might seem that way. But your potential is still this. Your potential is always greater. That's all you need to know. And that's all you need to remember. Your potential is always greater. And life has been so abundantly, this is the way. It's chiseling away at you. It's chiseling away at the Grand Canyon. It's chiseling away at the sculpture that you are. This is how it does. This is how it creates the work of art. And if you've been through so much difficulty in your life, just know your work of art, your potential maybe is greater than anybody else's. Just stay the course for your life. Believe in your life. Trust your life. Trust yourself. That no matter what life throws at me, no matter how difficult life is, no matter how challenging, no matter if tomorrow I have another near-death experience and I'm laying in bed again and I feel like I'm gonna die again. And this time for years, right? This time it takes me years. Last time it took me a year. This time it takes me years to get out of bed. Just know, no matter what it is, no matter the worst possible imaginable situation that you can conjure in your head, whether it's losing your limbs, whether losing your family, your whole family dies in a car, whatever it is, just know that your potential will always be greater. You will always be able, you always have the capacity to work through that difficulty, to work through the thing that the worst possible, like most unimaginable thing that you can imagine. You always have it. And even beyond your imagination, whatever life should bring you, your potential is always still greater. And this really is the miracle of life. Like when you really understand this, right? And it takes some experience in our being, in our life, right? In our childhood. And that's why a difficult childhood is so tremendous, like, for reaching your potential. It's a gift. It really is a gift when you recognize what the gift that it is. Because most people that didn't have that foundation, that unstable foundation in their life, right? Maybe they don't have the same potential. Maybe they're not reaching their potential as soon as you are. That unstable foundation really that's the strongest impetus for many people who reach their potential and many people who live their potential. That unstable foundation, not even that unstable foundation of poverty, right? That unstable foundation of a lack of love, of a lack of mental health, of a lack of emotional connection, of neglect, of abuse, of trauma. That unstable foundation sometimes makes your potential even greater than the person who just had poverty alone. Whatever it is, I mean, ultimately it depends on how you internalize that in your heart, right? And what you, like, really your experience. But the greater the trauma, the greater the adversity, the more unstable the foundation that you come from, guess what? Your potential is even greater. That's all you need to know in your life. It doesn't matter how challenging, what the challenge is, how difficult it is. Ultimately, your potential, you figure out what you need to do in order to reach your potential, and you will know that every single moment, right? If you keep butting heads with a family member, you'll figure out how to behave with that member, right? And then how on the way to reaching your potential, how to be more on the way to your potential, and while you figure out how to, like, they are one and the same. You'll figure out how to do it, right? It will work itself out. You will, because when your eye is on this, then it doesn't matter. All of this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will do anything. You will sacrifice. You will figure out, oh my God, I got to be nice to that person. I got to let it go. I can't think about this stuff. I really literally got to forget the last interaction that I had with them. And I got to be on this trajectory because my eye is on this, right? Or if this for you, this unstable foundation, this unstable time in your life is being broke, I can't think about it. I literally can't think about it. Even if it is true, I can't think about it. I can't think about the fact that I'm broke. And nobody will tell you this. It's not going to make sense to you. People will tell you, oh my God, like, they're going to make you ruminate on it more. They're going to talk to you about it. They're going to drill it. You can't think about it. You have to focus on this. And this is how life works, right? Your eye completely, more and more and more. Like literally, like your eye, if you had a choice, your eye would be solely directed. It would be solely focused on this. Literally, you would have blinders. And that's what happens in life. This part doesn't even exist. Welcome to your potential. Welcome to the trajectory. Welcome to, now you're really living your potential, right? When you know that this doesn't even exist for me. It doesn't exist in the form of thought. I don't even go there. It doesn't mean it changes the reality of this. Whatever I need to do for this, I do. I do, right? Shower, bathing, food, whatever, like little things, whatever is not this, right? Interactions with the family, whatever it is, I take care of it. Interaction with people, I take care of it, right? Conversations I need to, I take care of it, right? Feeling good. Ultimately, everything has to feel good. And I'm on this path all the time. And sometimes in life, it just really takes, you have to experience this bit of contrast for a while. You have to, because that's the only way that like, oh my God, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. Every moment of life is just putting you, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. This is what I 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 do. Everything, every moment in life is just course correcting you. Literally, it's course correcting. And you're learning and you're going. Like, it's like literally like this, do, Like, you constantly course correcting as you go. Sometimes it could be like this, right? Sometimes something like traumatic happens, you go like this, or something something unexpected happens. You're like, oh my, why? Like, I'm getting triggered so much, and I go like this again, right? It could be a simple interaction with a family member. I'm going like this again, right? I have to, like, I just keep learning. I keep learning, and those imbalances, even in my character, those ways that those wounds that I have, those things that I'm getting triggered, my flaws, my shortcomings, whatever they are, right? Whatever those wounds are, those things are going to get healed on the way too, right? They're going to just become neutralized. Life is only this. It's only this. It's only this. Everything is only for this. It's only for this. And that's all you need to know, and your life will be fine. It's already pointing you. It's all working out just for this. I love you so much. God bless you.